morning to you. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada. We are here to start you off on this lovely Tuesday morning. And of course, it's Msy.Chrissy in your company, as well as Gary, Mr. Smooth. Good morning, Gary. Alrighty, it's 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock, and we are getting ready for another exciting morning show with you. Of course, we're going to be teasing the brain, starting you off in that way, as well as we will be giving you the morning edition of news, keeping you updated on everything happening in Grenada, the region, and the wider globe. And of course, as well, we will be diving into conversation between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock right here on Good Morning Grenada. And just so you know the number, it is 435-2041. That is how you connect with us via WhatsApp as well as calling. If you want to get interactive and, have it go down in the comments, you can always check us out on Facebook. The comment section is always live, so you can get interactive there as well. Big up to all of those on YouTube also watching us live, and perhaps even watching the replay of this show every single day. We appreciate all of you. Let's head on over, see if Gary is with us. Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, Missy.
What's going on?
I'm doing great. I'm good. It's another day. It's a Tuesday. Tuesday is like Tuesday. It's neither here nor there. It's not the beginning. It's not the end. I like to describe Tuesday like some people we know in our lives, they serve no purpose. They ain't start nothing, they ain't ended nothing, they just there. And that's Tuesday for you. Tuesday just there. So
wow.
It's a Tuesday.
That's how you describing Tuesday. Well, that's very positive.
Why is Tuesday? It's not the middle of the week. It's not the end of the week. It's not the start of the week. It's just there. It's just Tuesday.
I'd like to take a positive approach to life always, and every single day is a new opportunity, and every day is unique. Tuesday might mean something very important to someone. You just got to steal my thunder. It's not about stealing. I just, we're bim and bam. So if you going negative, I'm going positive. That's just what it is.
I was hoping you would roll with me on that one. Missy, come on now. Oh man, I thought I came dripping with that one here this morning, but no.
I'm all about positivity, especially in the morning time. You know what I mean? I don't want Tuesday to feel like an outside child type of thing.
Well, thank you. That's exactly how Tuesday feels. Anyhow,
you make it feel that way. Listen, I know there's a point in time, for instance, when I did my Zumba classes on Tuesday was exciting. I remember there used to be like a 2-for-1 event on Tuesday nights. Like, that made Tuesday exciting. When I was, working more in corporate, there was post-cabinet briefing. Tuesday was, Tuesday, I'm sure means something to someone. And if it doesn't, you can find some meaning in Tuesday, the 20th of September, 2022. All right, y'all?
All right. Hey, let's put that in perspective.
Yeah, man. So let's get this show on the road, and we are definitely going to start you off. Gary, you want to take the lead here?
What are we doing again?
We're starting the show.
Yeah, we're starting the show. We did what other day already?
No. I'm just pulling up. So if you can go ahead.
Okay, well, let's just jump straight into the COVID-19 dashboard then. So we got, as of September the 13th, I know I joined the program kind of late, so I was wondering. As of September the 13th, 2022, we've got 21 new confirmed cases. We have 7 hospitalizations, COVID-related hospitalizations, all right? So we do wish them a speedy recovery. It's been some 7 days now since this update came up, so we trust that they are in good spirit and they have recovered by this time. All right, 146 tests were done on that day with a test positivity of 14.4. As it is right about now, we have 95 active cases here in Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Mark. And again, dated back to September the 13th, the last COVID-19 update we've had here in Grenada. All right, this is where we are right about now. How are you looking on your side there, Missy?
I have it in front of me now.
There you go.
Alrighty, so the word for the day is verdigris. Verdigris. So that is spelled Verdigris. Verdigris. Now, verdigris is a green or bluish deposit, usually of copper carbonates, that forms on copper, brass, or bronze surfaces. For those of you who know French or Spanish, you see the verdi in there, and you know that there's a bit of green in terms of the name. So let's use verdigris in a sentence. We removed the verdigris from grandma's old copper jewelry by first soaking it in lemon juice, then gently polishing it with a soft rag. Right? So if you've seen something green on your gold or your copper, your bronze, well, not gold, but your copper, bronze, or brass surface, you know what it is. You can clearly identify it now as verdigris.
All right, there you go. There's a word for that. All right, there you go.
I know, right? You just be like, what's this green thing there?
Let's rub it off. So there we are. All right, moving on. I'll just visualizing the word in my mind there. Thought of the day. Ready for the thought of the day? Let's go. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. All right? Your thought of the day. Let's deal with the present right now, which is today. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. So accept your present today, my friends. Have a beautiful, productive day today.
That's a nice way to start off the Tuesday. It's
good old
present.
Tuesday, right? Good old Tuesday.
Indeed. All right, y'all. 19 minutes onto the hour of 7 o'clock. Of course, we're right here starting off your morning, and we're ready to tease those brain cells. So let's do it.
Yeah, this morning's riddle is pretty simple. Real simple this morning. I thought I'd make it a little bit simpler than yesterday. As big as a biscuit, deep as a cup, but even a river can't fill it up. What it is?
A little bit of poetry there in the morning time.
Yeah. Let's get your phone calls rolling through.
435-2041. That's the number right here on Good Morning Grenada.
Don't forget to share up the live, folks. Share it up. Let's share up the live. As big as a biscuit, deep as a cup, but even a river can't fill it up. What is it? What is it?
Someone is saying, tell Gary, Tuesday, today is the day my pear. Monday it wasn't ready, and Wednesday it spoiled. I don't know.
Start it again.
I guess it means that Tuesday is a special day because that's the day the pear avocado is ready.
But okay, it was ready Tuesday.
The pear ripe, but ready today.
Yeah.
So Tuesday's a special day. Good morning.
I concur. I love avocado like myself.
How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Where are you calling us from? Walker? Is that in St. Andrew, right?
Yes.
There you go. All right, so tell us, what's the answer today?
The sun.
The sun. Gary, is that correct?
It's not the answer I have in front of me, but I like that answer, though.
I know. How did you arrive at that answer?
Well, the river cannot full of the sun, and the sun is very big.
That is true. I like that.
And
I didn't think about that.
And what?
And it's shaped as a biscuit.
That is true. It is shaped like a biscuit. I love it. I love your analysis, and that sounds fantastic.
I give you 8 out of 10 for this one.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day, darling. All right. So Gary's still looking for his answer.
Well, my answer.
I don't know what to call it. We could take one more, and then we have to head over to the news. Good morning, you're live.
Hi, good morning.
Where are you calling us from?
Grandaunt's.
Grandaunt's in the building. What's the answer here?
Is it a strainer?
Is it a strainer, Gary, Mr. Smooth?
It is a strainer. At least that's the answer I got in front of me. Yeah.
Tell us your name.
My name is Cherise.
Cherise, thank you so much for that one. All right, well, have yourself a good day, Cherise from Grand Anse.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Bye,
take
Cherise.
care. Yes, indeed. There you go. That was your riddle for the day. And right now it is 16 minutes onto the hour of 7 o'clock. That time check comes to you compliments Grace Foods.
Share the great taste of
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
It's another gold for Grenada's decathlete, Lyndon Victor.
Grenadians are in a celebratory mood as the decathlete champion Lyndon Victor scored a big 8,550 points at the Decasta meeting in Talence, France to win the men's decathlon convincingly, breaking his own Grenadian national record from 2017. Victor won the overall men's title in the World Athletics Combined Events Tour. Minister of State in the Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture, Ron Redhead, has congratulated Victor, saying Grenada is elated by Lyndon's wonderful performance and added that every Grenadian will continue to feel proud of him. Victor contested his fourth decathlon of the year, having finished second in Godzee and fifth at the World Championships before his triumph at the Commonwealth Games. Still, he showed a little fatigue in Talence at this late season stage. The 29-year-old opened his campaign with a wind-assisted 10.61 in the 100 meters, finishing second to Germany's Manuel Itel with 10.44. In the shot put, Victor launched ahead thanks to a 15.75 meter throw, almost a meter farther than any of his rivals. Victor ended day one with a win in his 400-meter heat, clocking a personal best of 48.20 for the day's quickest time ahead of Germany's Malik Diakate, 47.74, and Gao, 48.19, giving him an overnight score of 4,438 and a 128-point lead over Gao. Victor's strong series continued Sunday, starting with a 14.70 run in the 110 hurdles, just a few hundreds shy of his season's best. Victor was upended before responding in the next event, throwing 51 meters, the day's best mark in the discus to regain the lead. He equaled his 4.80 season's best in the pole vault and followed it with a 66.01 meter throw in the javelin, another intense event for the Grenadian, giving him a lead of almost 400 points going into the final event. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
It's been all smiles with vehicle owners traversing through Westerhall gas station as they begin to enjoy the drop in fuel prices. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell made the announcement of the removal of the $15 cap on fuel at government post-cabinet briefing last Tuesday, as they expected a decrease in gas price. Petroleum has dropped from $15 to $12.76 per gallon, while diesel moved from $15 to $14.57 per gallon. GBN spoke to several motorists who stopped to fill up their tanks to get their thoughts on the drop in prices.
Happy that it dropped down. We hope I just telling somebody I hope it stay down. You know, we happy. That's all I could say. It's better for those of us who have vehicles and things.
It's much better now. Very much better. Less money you have to spend on gas. So I find we have it very nice for us.
Oh, to me, it don't make a big difference. You still have to put gas anyways. It's just a couple, $2.00. It might make a little difference, but not no biggie, It's just that you learn to utilize, your gas in the car, know how you're going about your business, That's all. To me, it don't really make a big difference, though.
Well, I'll be able to save. I do a lot of running around from point A to point B. I'm mainly on the road. So it's going to help me as far as gas is concerned. It's good. It's good. The cheaper, the better. I mean, the quality is the same, right? Yeah. So, the cheaper, the better. At least I get the extra money to buy something else to put elsewhere. Yeah. And my customers will get a little relief when it comes to the costing of the service and so forth. So all of that, it has a rippling effect.
I work in Grenada, and I'm not gonna lie, like every 2 days I'd probably have to at least put $20 to get a quarter tank, so let's see. I won't know till the next few minutes, but I guess that should be about a quarter tank, $10, half price for the same amount.
Yes, it will be a good help, yes. It will be a good help for as all the prices are up. At least this one goes down and help a lot.
Canadians are advised not to circulate a post on social media that speaks to a brand of rice distributed on the island claiming to have a virus. The Grenada Bureau of Standards and the Cybersecurity Unit response team flagged this post as a fake. Rena Pierre-Thomas reports.
The Grenada Bureau of Standards, in conjunction with the Cybersecurity Incident Response Team, has labeled a social media post that has gone viral over the past few days as a hoax. The post claims a shipment of rice on the island carrying a virus from a particular country was distributed throughout the island. Any goods that arrive in Grenada for public consumption must pass through the inspection criteria of the Grenada Bureau of Standards. Director Robert Medford told GBN the information circulating is false, as to date no information has stated that such rice was imported in Grenada.
Well, the Grenada Bureau of Standards, in conjunction with the Ministry of ICT, we are aware of this social media circulation. There was a similar circulation back in 2018, so we believe that this circulation is a hoax. We believe that the information in it is false because right now in Grenada we do have a technical regulation for the importation of rice into the state of Grenada. And as the technical regulation would require, the rice would have to have a certificate of analysis. All samples will be taken and tested by us, and declarations will be made from the country of origin. To date, no information has reached our desk that we have imported such rice into the state of Grenada. So we believe that the information is false.
Medford is calling on Grenadians to refrain from sharing this post as it can create unnecessary panic.
We do have an active program that monitors the importation of rice into the state of Grenada, and we will continue to do so. So please get information from credible sources and refrain from circulating false information. So the information currently being circulated is false.
For GBN News, I'm Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
Residents of the Mount Montu, Saigon, Sugar Mill, and Grand Anse Valley were at the forefront of cleaning up their communities on the weekend. Their MP for the South joined in on the move. Chrislina John captured this story.
It was the villagers who took the lead on the weekend, this time to clean up an area around Sugar Mill. According to them, this drain, which serves as the main outlet for waste and grey water from businesses in the vicinity, has been emanating a bad stench and is a fitting ground for rats and roaches. The drain has been clogged with waste. The young man who brought it to the attention of the MP and the Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Andy Williams, spoke with GBN.
We had them see now observing what's going on in the train, so we come up with an idea to get it clean, Check. Need some in the business, please, just to clean the rooms. 3 months, or every other month, just spray it down with a fire truck, it'll be easy, right?
The minister sought the assistance of the Royal Grenada Police Force Fire Department to add the final touches to the cleaning process. Mr. Williams was also on the ground providing support.
In the course of last week, this gentleman right here came to me and Kingsley and told us, from the members of the community and from the guys on the block, as you say. The man, they say this man here controls, he's the mayor of the area. So today I'm working with the mayor to ensure that the area is back to how it's supposed to be.
Some of the business people around the Sugar Mill Saigon area say they can now conduct their businesses in a much healthier environment.
So when I just started with the restaurant, we used to pay the guys on the block to clean the drain. But it's been a while since we did it. It's a really good thing for us. So less smell, because as the stuff settles, you get a lot of smell in the day from in the restaurant, you understand? So NDC is doing a good job.
About the cleanup, because a lot of years and the spot here to clean, and when I see the amount of stuff I come out inside here, I surprise myself. I feel good to know that the minister down here start to work.
The truthful and little man first, and the real come to us. Start from bottom and coming up.
Chrislina John, GBN News.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love. Like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
Clinical psychologist Augustine Panchu speaks out about issues surrounding the termination of his contract by the NDC administration. He says that statements made by government officials were false.
Former clinical psychologist Augustine Panchu has broken his silence on the issue of the termination of his contract by the NDC government as of September 1st. Press Secretary Mr. Hero Carter told GBN that Dr. Panchu's contract with the government was extended for the completion of a program for a further year, during which time the project was accomplished. Therefore, his service was no longer required. However, in a press conference on Monday, Dr. Panchu said that this is far from the truth, as the contract he signed in July had nothing to do with any project.
There was no project. It was just the existence of Grand Bacolet and the existence of CPA and the existence of the Ministry of Social Development. So my second contract had nothing to do with any project. The new contract stated that I will continue to serve in Grand Bacolet as well as the Ministry of Social Development. I was also given tasks with CPA, Child Protection Authority, and so yes, when I was hired, initially I was hired by the CDB. I wasn't hired by government. Government did not pay for 2 years. Government did not pay my salary. It was paid by the Caribbean Development Bank.
The clinical psychologist did indicate that in 2019, he was first contracted to work at the Grand Bacolet Juvenile Center under a program funded by the Caribbean Development Bank, and that his salary was paid by the bank until the program ended in 2021. He further explained that the new National Party-led government at the time saw the need for his services, not just at the center, but also with the Ministry of Social Development, and contracted him on a month-to-month basis.
So in 2021, when the CDB funding came to an end, the government, that's when the government stepped in and realized and recognized the need for a clinical psychologist. And so I was given a month-to-month contract. My contract had no specificity. But in July of this year, I'm talking about, 2 months ago, I was called in by the new permanent secretary or the chief personnel officer and asked to sign a contract for 2 years. That's in July I'm talking about, okay? So they say that the contract will be from the 1st of April 2021 to March 31st, 2023.
The letter of termination took effect on Thursday, September 1st, 2022. Dr. Panchu was asked to return the ministry computer, laptop, phone, equipment, assessment tools, documents, and other resources that are in his possession. He's also required to hand over clients he is presently working with and a plan for these clients. GBN once again sought a comment from the government through Press Secretary Ms. Tahira Carter on the matter. She reiterated her previous statement on the matter and advised that we speak to the permanent secretary attached to the Ministry of Social Development for further information. More information about this story would be given as the details unfold. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
There is increased seismic activity in Grenada at the moment. This was revealed by former Superintendent of Police and Disaster Coordinator at the National Disaster Management Agency, Sylvan McIntyre.
As a matter of fact, I was speaking to a volcanologist, and out of the Seismic Research Center in Trinidad, and they were saying that has become official that those two volcanoes that are in the Kikamjeni area, they're very, very active, and we do have St. Catherine as one of the active volcanoes as well.
The revelation was made during Monday's To The Point program, which will feature a weekly collaboration between Mr. McIntyre and the Grenada Broadcasting Network in an attempt to build a program geared towards disaster preparedness.
We're hoping to build a program from here where Grenadians and people around the world, your viewing audiences, wherever they are, whether they follow you, that they can chime in and they can make their own contribution as well. At the same time, get information as to how we can be better prepared to deal with different kinds of emergencies, different kinds of hazards impacting, and different kinds of disaster.
Mr. McIntyre touched on some of the disaster areas of concern the program hopes to address.
So the conversation will surround even our housing stock. Just yesterday, I was in a community and I was looking at the eaves of particular buildings, even public buildings, and to the extent which they have those eaves and so on, you know that is a disaster waiting to happen because they become weaker with hurricane force winds and tropical storm force winds. In terms of information to caregivers, people who need to understand how they can prepare homes and places for geriatrics and infants and those kind of things, those kind of emergency procedure.
The reinstallation of traffic lights has been a talking point for some time, even among members of the previous administration. Some believe it isn't necessary, while others share a different opinion. Well, the project has started, and Minister for Mobilization and Implementation and Transportation explains progress made.
The reinstallation of traffic lights will complement the work of traffic wardens, so says Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Andy Williams. The MIT minister explained where they are at present in the process.
The traffic lights are here. What we have been doing, we have been working on the infrastructure, putting it in place to facilitate the lights. I can tell you that in St. George's we are 100% complete in terms of the infrastructure for the lights. So we are talking about trench works as well as the installation of electrical cables and so plus other things, right? But that is the basis of what we are speaking about when we talk about the infrastructure for it. in St. Andrews, we are in the process of completing the infrastructure. Most of the equipment were cleared.
This project, according to him, is estimated at around 30 million EC dollars and is locally funded. Minister Williams indicated that the lights should be in place by the last quarter of this year.
We really think that the traffic lights will bring benefit and will be able to control the traffic in this modern time and in a time when the traffic seems to be out of control and we have so many vehicles. So we are really rooting for this, and we are pushing to make sure that the traffic lights are installed in a timely manner, and we are looking at the last quarter of the year, right, for the lights to be fully installed. The project is the company who was awarded the contract for the project is called Trans. The funding is it's coming from it's locally funded project, and we are confident that Trans will do a good job in installing the lights. They have experience in it already, and out of everyone, they were the number one person who bid for the project.
The overall objective is to regulate the flow of traffic.
Traffic wardens will not be null and void. As a matter of fact, it's an addition to solve the traffic situation on the island. We know that wardens cannot be everywhere, so in the absence of the warden, the traffic light will serve its purpose, and there are times when they will work hand in hand to ease the traffic. So it's really complementing what the wardens are doing.
Some of the areas he mentioned where traffic lights will be installed are Granite Road, Young Street, Scott Street, Granby Street, Paddock Road, and Belmont Junction. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
As GBN brings you coverage of this year's Heroes CPL, there will be some adjustments to our programming lineup. On Wednesday 21st and Thursday 22nd September 2022, transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN TV News will be at 6 p.m. and repeated right after the CPL match. Transitions will be rebroadcast after the GBN News repeater. GBN with you anywhere and everywhere with sports coverage.
You know, one day I woke up and they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. Nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Yes, indeed. We are here inside of Good Morning Grenada. Welcome back. The time right now, 7:09, yeah, 09. Yeah. 9 minutes past 7. Gary.
Which one?
It's the same thing. It's just that I hate to hear "oh" and I said "oh," so I had to clear it up and make sure it was 0.
All right. So we here. Good morning. We back. A little bit of rain on the outside, but that
oh, it's raining heavy or light?
I don't ever hurt anyone, so it's all good.
How is it raining? Is it heavy? Is it light? Like a plaster back on the head works, or you could run through it? Okay.
You can run through it.
Fair enough, y'all. Yeah. Listen, I hope you've had breakfast or having breakfast, a nice healthy breakfast this morning, and starting your day off right, so that you're energized throughout this lovely Tuesday. Now, we are diving into some football action, it seems.
Yeah, are we?
We are, yeah. We are going to be having a conversation with...
All right, yes, Ria.
Ria Murray. She is the communications officer of the Grenada Football Association. Good morning, Ria, and welcome to Good Morning Grenada.
Good morning, and it's always a pleasure to be with you and Gary on Good Morning Grenada.
I know, no stranger to GBN for sure, and it's good to see that you're inside of the Football Association and doing great things there. So Ria, talk to us. I mean, what's been going on lately with the Grenada Football Association?
All right. Well, lots has happened since June. We have a new executive in place, a new president, Mr. Marlon Glean. And, since then, it's just been a whirlwind of activities. We just had the Summer of Soccer program where over 1,000 children were registered and they were able to enjoy and learn to play the game of football, and that was from age 6 to 16. Then we had 3 youth teams representing us in August, the National U14 team, that's boys team, the National U17 boys team, and then the National U15 girls team that placed second in the Jewels of the Caribbean tournament in Antigua. But now we come up to the excitement is at an all-time high because we will be making history in Carriacou on Saturday, September 24th, where the Spice Boys will take on St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it's the first international friendly that will be played in Carriacou. So that all goes down Saturday, September 24th at the Lauriston Mini Stadium from 4 p.m. So it's just been a lot of pace, many things happening, and we're extremely excited to bring international football to the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique for the first time.
That is exciting, and that would be this Saturday.
That's this Saturday coming. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Now, how did this all come together, and why is it that this is the first time that something like this is happening in Carriacou?
All right. So it is something that the people of Carriacou have been calling for a long time, and this executive is keen on including Carriacou and Petite Martinique seamlessly as much as possible in terms of football and football development. And it was discussed. We looked at the Lauriston Mini Stadium venue, and it can indeed accommodate what we want to do. So the decision was made, and we know that the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique will be very happy because normally they would have to jump aboard the Osprey or the Dolly Sea to come down to the Kirani James Athletic Stadium to see the Spice Boys. But now we are taking international football to them, and we just hope that everyone can get a chance to come out and witness history in the making this Saturday, September 24th at the Lauriston Mini Stadium.
I like that. I think, Gary, what do you think? I think it's like the perfect middle ground for a match between Grenada and St. Vincent.
Yeah, exactly. I love that initiative. Finally, Carriacou, big up yourself. It's like, where has that international match been all along? It's finally here.
Right. And the fun thing is we're calling it the Battle of the Grenadines because we know that whole history with the delineation of the maritime boundary. And once upon a time, the Grenadines belonged to us. But
I didn't want to get into that, so I'm glad you bring it up. Because that was at the forefront of my mind.
Right. So, I mean, it's friendly competition, and we're calling it the Battle of the Grenadines. So,
so hopefully we'll have some folks from St. Vincent making that journey over to Carriacou, right? Yeah.
Yes. We indeed see that a contingent from SVG will be coming down to support Vincy Heat, and that's what they call their senior men's team. So we see that they're coming down full force. So, we have to be able to match that crowd coming down.
Right, so we need to head on up and make sure Carriacou and Petit Martinique stands tall as well in Lauriston. So that's exciting. I mean, what does the contingent look like from Grenada going up?
All right, so I'm glad you mentioned Grenada. We want people on the mainland to be part of history as well and go up to support the Spice Boys because we know the support is always strong in Grenada. So we have partnered, as a GFA, we have partnered with the Tyrrell Bay Express, and the boat will be leaving Grenada on Saturday, September 24th at 10 a.m. Well, we're boarding at 10 a.m. and the boat leaves at 11 a.m. And it will indeed be a party on the seas. It's called the Excursion. We will have a popular DJ on board. So when you leave Grenada, you party on the seas on the way up to Carriacou for the international friendly. And it's the return ticket for this trip, for the excursion, is $75 EC. So you pay that, you make your way up to Carriacou, you party on your way up. We have popular DJs on board. And then with that boat ticket, you enter the Lauriston Mini Stadium free for the match at 4 p.m. And you then after right? the match, we're expected to have a mini soca show. And then the boat comes back down after that.
What time approximately does the boat return? Can you hear me?
Sorry?
What time does the boat return? Is it just after the match?
The boat, so after the match, there will be a mini soca show, and then the boat returns after that. So
the same night?
Just be around 8 or 9.
Okay.
The boat
Remind me what boat it is again? I missed that part.
It is the Tyrrell Bay Express.
Okay, my apologies.
Yes. So we're looking forward to that. Tickets, we have tickets in hand. Tickets are available at the Grenada Football Association Secretariat. That's at Queen's Park. We also have tickets at Shai's Bar and Calico in Surtees. We will have a few more ticket outlets in St. George's, which we will mention, but so far the GFA office, Calico Surtees, and Shai's Bar, that's in Victoria. So we're hoping to have some tickets at Chucky's, and we will let everyone know via our Facebook page the final list of our ticket outlets, but you can definitely come to the GFA office and purchase your tickets for $75, takes you up to Carriacou, and you enter the venue free. But for the people who will be in Carriacou, who live in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, it's just $10 to enter the venue. So when you get to the venue, you can just pay your $10 to enter, and for children under the age of 12, it is $5.
This sounds absolutely exciting. Trust and believe, from partying all the way up, getting to see the football action, seeing a live soca show, and then coming back down. I think it's an absolute fantastic excursion, and hats off to the Football Association for thinking up something like this. Talk to us about some of the performances that we can expect to see during the soca show following the football match between St. Vincent and Grenada.
All right. So that is a bit of a surprise for the patrons because, I was not even told who would be performing, but I've been told it's surprise acts from Grenada. I know they were working on getting some artists as well from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So it's surprise acts. I will be surprised myself. So I'm looking forward to that soca show and,
sounds
looking
good.
forward to who will be performing.
Definitely. And when you say it's an international friendly, is it that these points are going towards some sort of other tournament, or what does that mean in terms of the football world?
All right. So FIFA has what is called an international window. So once you play a match within this window, whether you win or lose, it goes toward your FIFA ranking. So it gives you points to go towards your FIFA ranking. So, of course, if you win, if you do well, you move up the rankings. If you do not do well and you do not win, you move down the rankings. So we will be playing within the FIFA international window. And this match, as an international friendly, will go to count towards our ranking, our FIFA international ranking.
That's good. So about how many games do we need to play? What other matches can we expect in the future for our Spice Boys?
All right, so we'll be playing this international friendly. There may be other opportunities upcoming in terms of probably we may see a return leg for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we have other opportunities coming up, but we are also preparing for the CONCACAF Nations League match, where already in this competition, we have faced El Salvador home and away, and we went away to face the United States. But on March 24th, 2023, USA will be in Grenada to play the final match of that round of the CONCACAF Nations League. And of course, we're in League A. So that is top tier football. We lost when we played the USA in the USA, but it's the return match that we're really looking forward to. And, the Spice Boys will have a chance to redeem themselves. And we know the last time the USA was in Grenada, it was a spectacular match. I believe it was held at the cricket stadium at the time, and there were a lot of people there. It was a lot of excitement, and Grenada really put on a showing, because I think we were the first to score in that match, and the match actually ended 3-2. The USA was just able to edge and win that game 3-2. So we're looking forward to something just as amazing. But as for now, we're concentrating on this international friendly, this historic international friendly against St. Vincent and the Grenadines this coming Saturday at the Lauriston Mini Stadium from 4 p.m.
Fantastic. Well, I can tell you, Ria, Saturday's event sounds like a good time, for football lovers as well as just people looking for a good time. So I'm sure it's going to be well attended, and we're wishing the Spice Boys all the best in that match come Saturday. And listen, I've gotten voice notes of us being heard loud and clear in certain parts of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I want to say a special good morning to everybody out there in Vincy. And I don't know, should we tell them that the Spice Boys coming for them this Saturday, Ria?
All right. Well, it's the Battle of the Grenadines. Big up the Vincy posse. We want to see, we're excited to see you get to Grenada, but I am going to tell you it will not be a walk in the park. We are coming full force. The senior men's national team, they have been training very, very hard under the leadership of our interim head coach, Anthony Nixon Modest, who is a former national player. And I've been at the practice sessions at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. It's Mondays to Thursdays, and they have been doing a lot in terms of fitness, in terms of tactical play and overall development. We have our new fitness and performance coach Claudio Altieri, who has been working with the team. And the team went to camp over the weekend, and we have the final list of players, which we will be sharing via a press release and also on our social media very, very soon. We hope to do that today. So the team is picked, the team is ready, and they're raring to go. So we should see an exciting match, and we look forward to having the national team of St. Vincent with us to put on a show for our international friendly this coming Saturday. And I really hope that everyone can purchase their tickets. It's $75 to board the Tyrrell Bay Express to get from Grenada to Carriacou on Saturday. So the boat goes up and it comes back down on the same day, and you party on your way up. Then you enter the venue free, you enjoy international football, enjoy a soca show after, and then you come back down for just $75. And I hope you want to be part of history. I hope to see you, Chrislyn. I hope to see Gary. I hope to see everyone taking advantage, coming up and supporting our Spice Boys.
Thank you so much, Ria. It sounds exciting, and we look forward to seeing you, whether live or getting the coverage. And we'll definitely stay tuned to hear all that's happening with the Grenada Football Association. Have a great one this weekend.
All right. Thank you. And I just wanted to quickly mention the ticket outlets once more. Sure. We have Shai's Bar, Calico Sates, and we also have the GFA Secretariat in St. George's. If you follow our Facebook page, Twitter page, LinkedIn, Instagram, we'll also have the full list of our ticket outlets available. So once again, thank you to the GBN team for allowing me to share about history in the making, Grenada versus St. Vincent and the Grenadines this Saturday, Lauriston Mini Stadium, 4 p.m.
All right. Thank you so much, Ria Murray, Communications Officer at the Grenada Football Association. This is Good Morning Grenada. We'll be right back.
You're already ill and...
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Solar lights are back in stock and will be available for purchase at Southern Electrical. Here is a list of the solar lights that we offer. 200 to 300 watt intelligent floodlights with camera, 300 to 500 watt solar street lights, 60, 100, 200 and 500 RGB solar floodlights, 100, 200, 300, 500 and 800 solar floodlights, solar garden lights, 25, 40, 60, 100 and 200 watt solar floodlights, 3, 7 and 10 watt solar wall lights, motion center garden lights, motion sensor floodlights, 30, 60 and 90 watt solar street lights with accessories, 5 watt solar wall lamps, 40 and 60 solar street lights, and 100 and 300 solar floodlights with battery power display. Now available at Southern Electrical, Dusty Highway, St. George. Visit our showroom today.
As GBN brings you coverage of this year's Heroes CPL, there will be some adjustments to our programming lineup. On Wednesday 21st and Thursday 22nd September 2022, transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN TV News will be at 6 p.m. and repeated right after the CPL match. Transitions will be rebroadcast after the GBN News repeater. GBN with you anywhere and everywhere with sports coverage.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
All I know in this song is I finesse. If I broke down my business, I can't tell you I know the rest. No idea. No idea. But it's a vibe.
Doesn't matter.
It's definitely a vibe. Listen, I hope our artists are really paying attention to the success of Afrobeats and why Afrobeats is doing well. Anyways, what I think?
Why do you think they're doing so well?
We have time. I mean, outside of the fact that the African diaspora is humongous and all over the globe, there's a melody, there's music. Realize that we don't even understand the words that they're saying, but we're dancing, we're singing along, even though we're making up words along the way, and that is testament to the musicality of the songs that they're producing. You know, so that's something that we should pay attention to. You know, being able to hypnotize someone who doesn't even understand the language but loves the music. Come on.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Afrobeats to the world, and you know what is amazing? There's always a story. There's no gun language. There's no, there's hardly anything about sporting, jewelries and all of that. There's always a topic. I mean, there are the rare ones that you get that, but for the most part, African music is all about, topic. It's something topical. It's nothing violent, lewd, or any of those things.
Yeah, man. 27 minutes on to 8 o'clock right here. Good morning, Grenada, with Msy.Chrissy, Gary, Mr. Smooth. And what are we diving into now?
Let's see here. Well, the Ministry of Agriculture, Timon, let's get this one up here. It's a press release that came out. I just want to touch upon it. Just in passing, the government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Agriculture, is intensifying efforts to increase the production of spices. They launched the Spice Replanting Program. That was a symbolic launch which occurred in St. David's. Roman Catholic School is where it took place. That's in Bel Air, St. David's, and that was on Tuesday the 13th, so that's some days ago. All right, the government actually wants 100,000 spices. Wants 100,000 spices on the production in different locations around the island. And it has strategically selected St. David's to start the process in a bid to bring back spice production prominence to that parish. You know, we've heard him mention about that during his campaign, during his victory rally.
That's the Prime Minister?
Prime Minister. He did say, let's go plant some trees. Tomorrow is going to be a holiday. You know, so he seems to be quite passionate about bringing back spices now. All right. So before Ivan in 2004, St. David cultivated various spices: nutmeg, cocoa, babande, pimento, cinnamon, nutmeg, sapote, and tonka bean. A lot of people don't even know what sapote tastes like, you know, among others. And the loss of spice plantations, coupled with poor management of existing fields, resulted in a significant decline. So they are planning to bring this thing back. You know, what we do today would be evident in 15, 20 years down the road, family. So I applaud that initiative. All right, I applaud that initiative. According to Senator Adrian Thomas, this indicates government's serious attitude towards agriculture. This will be the first official garden of this project. And they are saying St. David's is known as the parish for spices. All right, so stand up, St. David's. Let's get this thing going, man. And hope that the rest of Grenada follow suit. Love that initiative, you know.
Yeah, excellent.
Bring back the spice side, man. We don't want other people going to thief that name in there.
Well, Jamaica already tried.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? So we want to make sure we maintain and we stay truthful to that name, the Isle of Spice. So let's plant a tree, family. Plant a tree.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent initiative right there, so that we can ensure there's spices all throughout. I love the fact that there's diversity in the types of spices they're paying attention to, you know. I think a lot of farmers may focus heavily on nutmeg and cocoa and cinnamon and nutmeg, but I love that the other smaller spices are being focused on as well. And, you know, I didn't see mention of ginger here, but I know it's important that we expand our production of local ginger.
Yeah. But I know we have some serious ginger farmers here in Grenada too.
I shouldn't be getting ginger from other places, you know?
True.
We need more local ginger. I'm just going to say that. And cinnamon as well. So that's good. The phone lines are buzzing, Gary. So I'm just going to take a quick call, perhaps on this topic here. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, Chrissy. How are you?
I'm doing well. And you, sir?
Great. And your co-host, Gary. Chrissy and Gary, it's interesting to note that some years ago, I was happened to be part of a delegation that went to India, and there was a special sitting of Spice Board of India. And one of the foremost questions they asked was, why is it your spices are so different? No. On the global market, India is the home of spice. And here this mighty giant, in the context of spice, is saying to that tiny tot, why are you so different? So to me, well, at that point in time, I went, cool. Well, I don't know if my hair on my head was like Gugu Pika. I was shocked when I heard that. Now, when I put this in context, I come back to Grenada and I look at the farm organizations in Grenada, I look at government policy, I look at how the citizenry of Grenada apply themselves in the context of socio-economic development, where Grenada is known and is respected for its spices. It bothers me, it troubles me, it hurts me, it pains me. And we need to go back for some years gone and relook the track that we left behind. What is the flavor, the content, and the meat of it and see if we could change our methodology and chart the way forward. We have strong economic potential. Have a great one.
Thank you so much. All right. Yes, indeed.
I've heard some stories from farmers from days gone by, building house, buying vehicle cash from just the production of nutmeg and spices and things. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Let's see what this caller has to say. Good morning. Can you turn down your device? We're getting some feedback from you.
I don't know what are you hearing me better now?
Yes, nice and clear.
Yeah. First of all, I want to comment on the statement you make on music. About we don't know the words, but we understand, because music is even superior to language, and people don't understand. In fact, the first language you might say was music. If you know, the birds sing, the trees make sounds, and so that's why we have to be careful what kind of music we construct to the ears of and the emotions and feelings of people. So it's really, I thought that was a profound statement to make. Since I was a young boy, I enjoyed classical Indian music. People thought I was mad. And also African music. When I went to Africa, I came back here and I brought back some high life music and so on. I tried to encourage some of the Calypsonians to consider blending some of the songs or so, including some of the leading Calypsonian, and they always say, but they did nothing. And it's interesting that, to me, the Africans got have the rhythm the world beat now. Coming to the spices, and maybe we could have a bigger conversation another morning on the whole role of music, because music has been used as a means to help to enhance the educative process and all those things in certain parts of the world. But in terms of the spices, if people know how much Grenada has some international status in the spice business, they would really stop all the nonsense about this is my investment and tourism nonsense. Because Grenada was part of literally a war. Became part embroiled in it when with nutmeg. Was one of the first countries that nutmeg was to be brought to after it was able to be smuggled out from the Malacca Strait. And I think Grenada, Mauritius, and I can't remember about 4 places. Not before that was smuggled out. If you were caught with a nutmeg tree in those days, you would be killed. Just as we had to sing on the sing on ganja and so on.
In Grenada?
No, not in Grenada. It's over the colonial power, the power of the world.
Okay, got you.
The battle between the Dutch and the English and so on. If you were caught with nutmeg and the British somehow find a way to smuggle it out from the Dutch in the Malacca Strait.
Okay.
And then we could also link nutmeg back to Madagascar, which is the greatest, the largest or whatever, biodiverse country in the world. And bearing in mind that Indonesia invaded Madagascar about 5,000 years ago. So it's a long connection we could make, but we don't want to know those things, only superficiality. So I'm glad you raised those things. And then to locate the whole issue about the spice in St. David, I think it's befitting that we have, and maybe St. David could become the spice capital of the West Indies, or the spice tongue of Grenada. And don't forget, we used to have the Spice Center in St. David's. I don't know what happened to it.
Okay.
So that we need, but side by side with that, we need to deal with food, because for the coming world crisis, and it's coming, not because I'm a prophet of doom, it's coming, it's all the signs are there.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap up the point, because we have to move on.
We need to plant food side by side. So we need to plant more coconut and breadfruit.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Haven Hill is saying here, she's saying here the Spice project is focusing on the less popular less known and not readily available spices, not these smaller spices. All right, so thanks a lot. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Hey, don't forget, as you call in, we want to make your point short, get it nice, short and spicy.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
Good morning, your life.
Yes, sir. Greetings.
Greetings to you, sir.
Yeah. Well, I always advocate for agriculture. I always been complaining that the focus has been on tourism all the time, which, in my opinion, is a shaky business. But agriculture represents self-sustenance and true independence. Anything can happen all around the world, but once we have our food, we could take care of ourselves.
Facts.
Thank you. Things happen all over the world, and if we focus on tourism, people can't even travel when there's catastrophe outside.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
So kudos to the government and the initiatives they are embarking on as far as agriculture is concerned.
Oh, you sound like you're out on the farm already.
I'm out on the farm, and the cotton, I'm doing it.
That's good. What type of produce do you farm?
Well, long crop and short crop.
Okay.
They have soursop.
And I come and get some sweet potato from you, eh?
I think you know it to find me. Watch, be careful.
Have a good one.
Blessings.
All right.
Yeah, my old schoolmate of mine. You big up yourself, bro.
Oh, you know him?
Yep.
Nice. I find the way he was sounding breathless, I'm like, he sound like he on the farm right now.
It's amazing you picked that up.
Yeah.
I didn't pick that up. But yeah, man, so that's it for, of course, farming and, you know.
One more caller here, and we'll wrap the topic. Good morning.
Good morning, Msy.Chrissy and Mr. What is this?
Gary, Mr. Smooth.
Gary, Mr. Smooth. Smoothies. Right. Well, I will put it as simple form. Man must eat food, right? All our food crop is coming from the earth. So if we don't plant, we will not able to eat our own food. So we don't plant, we'll have to buy. Somebody will sell it to us. So if we're not planting, we have to import. It's very simple. Man must eat food, and the food is coming from the earth. So if you don't plant, you have to buy it. Simple.
Facts. Quick maths. I like it. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Right there. So I love that so many people are behind this type of initiative, and for us to be, more self-sustainable as it comes to food and
I was hoping to just touch this one and move, but it seems like this one is a hot topic. So
yeah, we're moving now. We'll take a quick break, and of course, when we come back, we're gonna move on to something else right here before we wrap at 8 o'clock. Good morning, Grenada.
No, that's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy. To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal. When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. Our health is our collective responsibility.
As GBN brings you coverage of this year's Heroes CPL, there will be some adjustments to our programming lineup. On Wednesday 21st and Thursday 22nd September 2022, transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN TV News will be at 6 p.m. and repeated right after the CPL match. Transitions will be rebroadcast after the GBN News repeater. GBN with you anywhere and everywhere with sports coverage.
This could be out.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. 10 minutes on to 8 o'clock on this lovely Tuesday morning. Is it still raining, Gary?
Not in my neck of the wood.
Okay.
All right, it has stopped.
All right, cool. Good stuff.
We're moving on this morning. Now we ain't got much time, but I really wanted to talk also about the intention to reinstall the traffic lights. It has been a talking point for some time. Even
I'm not excited about those traffic lights.
Yeah, even among members of the previous administration.
I got spoiled. I got spoiled.
Well, yes. Well, the project has started, and the Minister of Mobilization, Implementation and Transportation explains the process, the progress that is being made in that regard. So my question is, what happened to the last set of traffic lights? What has caused its demise? Are we learning from any mistakes in that regard? And lastly, do we really need traffic lights in Grenada? Is it really needed? Because I've heard folks spoken of the fact that in some cases traffic lights have slowed down traffic. So
yeah, and that's why I'm not too excited, because I find that I spend more time in traffic with the previous traffic lights. But I think there's a lot more technology also available now. If it's programmed properly, then it should not be creating longer times. At the end of the day, it is for safety.
Especially that intersection between Belmont there. That traffic light, they used to create some serious lines. Serious long lines.
Yeah. The one by Grenada Shopping Center used to also create lines according to the time of day as well. Mm-hmm. But I mean, at the end of the day, traffic lights are for safety. So I think it's a matter of them being programmed accordingly. For instance, if it is that there would be a time you're driving late at night and it's literally just you and you'd have to wait for no reason and there's nothing coming, and you don't wanna get tickets.
Exactly.
But let us know your thoughts. 435-2041. Let's see what you have there as it relates to the traffic lights. Someone is saying here on the WhatsApp, they became obsolete. The replacement parts were not available. The company that made them went out of commission.
All right. So if that's the case, how are we moving forward with that? If it was made obsolete then, what makes now any different?
Well, now is 2022, Gary.
Yeah, but traffic light it been obsolete back then. What about now?
I don't know if you the person says a new company, Gary.
Or the company went out of business.
No. Okay, so these traffic lights were installed way back in the late 90s, I believe. Yes.
Must be getting old.
Yes, it was somewhere in the late 90s, because I feel like I remember the one in Paddock being installed while I was still going to school right there. So those became obsolete in terms of the technology, whatever it is, the equipment.
Okay.
Yeah,
the technology then. Not traffic light in and of itself.
Right. So not traffic lights. Yes. So we on the same page now.
That's kind of what I was wondering.
Yes.
If it was obsolete then, what?
No. The type of equipment became obsolete. We have a call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning. I think that some of the traffic lights are needed, but just not many. I heard they mention about Paddock. I'm not sure if they're putting that one back by Abrams building there. I don't think there is any need for a traffic light there. And indeed, I know for sure, I've been driving many years, the traffic light slows down the traffic. Maybe it's a safety so that people can wait one after the other, but I get by better without it, but we have to get into line with what's going on in the world. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Where traffic light is absolutely needed, and I think there is still one there, is in Grenville.
By Paradise Bridge.
Yeah, boy. I can imagine.
I am amazed that traffic light is still working.
Well, it has to be.
Like, how is it that every other traffic light is not working, but that's one?
Because there's a God above.
We have another call, our last call here on this topic. Good morning.
Hi, good morning to you, Missy, and to Gary and your followers. Like you, Missy, I'm not excited about the traffic lights at all. I know they can be an asset towards safety in some cases. But the reason why I'm not so, gung-ho about it, quarter century ago, 25 years ago roughly, when we had 1/10 of the traffic we're having today, we were sold on the necessity of traffic lights. 25 years ago, more or less. No kind of traffic at all at that time. Somebody's great idea that we should have those things, and we spent millions on them. It was a waste. Definitely it was a waste of scarce resources. Now, 25 years after, again, this new administration, they have inherited it because we have been hearing for months or years that the contract was awarded, and so they have inherited it, and I think they should use, they didn't have a choice, I guess, but we can use it as best as we can. As some folks said, I don't think it's necessary everywhere, but there are places and times. I don't know if they could also do that. There are maybe times of the day when you can decommission them and other times when you can put them on. But they have to be used discreetly and in areas where I think they can enhance safety and the smooth flow of traffic. But I don't think that they are the panacea for our traffic woes. There are a lot of other things we have to do to assist with the traffic and control traffic in Grenada that the traffic lights can't solve.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, sir. Good point there. And then the question is, what happens to the traffic wardens?
Yeah, well, according to Minister William, he does not see a reduced number of traffic wardens as a result of the traffic light.
That's
in
good.
Fact, they will be working hand in hand.
Excellent.
Minister.
Excellent. Yeah, because I was thinking with technology you may need less personnel, but that's excellent to know that there will still be use for the number of wardens already employed. So good stuff.
Alistair says, let's put the police to patrol the town of St. George, especially the market and sidewalk. Get rid of the hoodlums who took over the market with the weed smoking. Okay, that is a different topic right here. Ernesto, traffic light is important, especially for children, school children, and seniors to cross the street, especially when drivers speeding and having no consideration for other users. So I welcome the traffic lights. This is where we are right about now. It looks like we run out of time, Missy.
We're not running out of time, but we just have very little time left.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So, one person is saying here traffic lights should be in more and out of the city. Okay, they lost me there with a little typo. And just the last one, they took all the parts from the others to keep that one in Pearls going. Interesting. And they're saying, did you realize that's the one at the bridge, has no amber, just red and green? That's why. There we go. Okay.
I'm wondering if there's any truth to that, or if you're just suggesting.
It coming from good source, man.
Okay. But let me tell you something. That one was really needed and still is, And when I'm approaching that area, I'm thinking, boy, thank God for that traffic light here, boy, because you can't see what's going on the other side of that bridge.
It's dangerous indeed. But yes, indeed, y'all, thank you so much for locking it in with us. Good morning, Grenada. We had a great time starting your day with you. Msy.Chrissy, Gary, Mr. Smooth. We're going to do it again tomorrow. So there's so many reasons for you to keep it locked.
Yes, indeed. Have a blessed day, y'all. Catch me over on Hot 98. We're going to keep the conversation going on that. And until then, catch you guys tomorrow, God's willing.